Have you ever opened your book, read the same line 5 times, and still had no idea what it said? Yeah, same. Or even worse, you know you should study, deadlines are coming, exams are close, but your brain just goes, nah, not today. I've been there more times than I can count. So, this isn't one of those just stay disciplined talks. Because when motivation is zero, discipline honestly feels like a myth. This is what I actually do when I don't feel like studying at all. The first thing I had to accept is that I can't wait to feel motivated. Motivation doesn't come before you start. It comes after you begin. I didn't believe this at first either. But think about it. Have you ever forced yourself to study for just 5 minutes and suddenly ended up doing 30? That's exactly how it works. So instead of telling myself to study for hours, I focus on just starting. But yeah, starting is the hardest part. So I found a way to trick my brain. I use the 5-minute rule. I tell myself, just study for 5 minutes, and you can quit. No pressure, no guilt. I even set a timer, and something interesting happens. My brain slowly shifts from I don't want to do this to okay, this isn't that bad. Even if I stop after 5 minutes, it's still better than doing nothing. But most of the time, I don't stop. Another thing that used to kill my motivation was not knowing where to begin. Everything felt overwhelming. So I made one simple change. I stopped starting with the hard tasks. Instead, I began with the easiest thing possible, like reviewing old notes, watching a short concept video, or solving just a couple of simple questions. These small wins build momentum. And honestly, momentum is everything. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need a small start. But even when you do start, distractions are everywhere. Your phone, notifications, or that one random thought like, let me just check Instagram for 2 minutes. And we all know how that ends. So instead of relying on willpower, I changed my environment. I put my phone far away, not just face down, but out of reach. I keep only one tab open and try to keep my disk less messy. Because every distraction is a decision. And when you're already unmotivated, making decisions feels exhausting. So I removed the choice completely. And let's be honest, sometimes it's not laziness at all. It's burnout. You're mentally tired, drained, and forcing yourself only makes it worse. On those days, I switch to what I call low-energy studying. I don't try to be perfect. I watch lectures instead of reading heavy material. Make rough notes instead of neat ones. I revise instead of learning something new and difficult. I simply lower the standard, because something is always better than nothing. There are also days when I don't feel like studying at all, not even for 5 minutes. On those days, I ask myself one simple question. What will future me wish I did today? Not what others expect, not what looks productive, just what future me would want. And the answer is almost always the same. Just do a little. Not everything, not perfectly, just a little. And that's usually enough to get me moving. I remember one night before an exam, when I had zero motivation and the loudest stress. I told myself I would just revise one chapter. The one chapter turned into 2, then 3. Not because I suddenly became motivated, but because I started anyway. One last thing that really helps is rewarding myself. After I study, I do something I enjoy. Watch a show, scroll guilt-free, or eat something I like. Studying only feels like pain. Your brain will avoid it. But when there's something to look forward to afterwards, it becomes much easier to begin the next time. So when I have zero motivation, I don't wait for it to magically appear. I start for just 5 minutes. Make things easy, remove distractions, switch to low-energy studying, think about my future self, and reward myself afterward. That's it. Nothing fancy, nothing perfect, just real. If you're watching this and you've been putting off studying, don't aim for a perfect session. Just start for 5 minutes right after this. Seriously. Because once you begin, everything starts to feel a little easier. Let's grow one small step at a time.